Hello everybody, it's Patty here with Patty Stitches. Today is September the 25th, 2024, and this is episode 283. On today's show, I have a new start and I have whips. So sit back, relax, grab your beverage of choice. Since it's the afternoon, I'm drinking a Coke. Your craft of choice, and let's chat. So how has everybody been in the last couple of weeks? I want to say I'm doing great. Sorry about not recording the last 2 Mondays. The Monday before I had every intention to record, but that was the day we were leaving for Texas. And I kind of just got sidetracked. So that's why the first Monday was skipped. And then the second Monday we were still in Texas. And in fact, we were leaving that night. So it was making sure the house that we rented was clean, making sure we had everything packed and ready to go. And so that's what we were doing on Monday. We got home Tuesday morning at 1 o'clock in the morning. So that's why there was no video on Tuesday. We had a really great time in Texas. It decided to get hot in Texas the week we were there. It was in the upper 90s, 98, 97, 96. It was a very hot week, but it was great. The Littles, their mom and dad, Hubs and I rented a house in Irving, Texas. My eldest child and his wife had a baby, and the baby is 2 months old, a little boy, so cute. So we decided that we would wait, give them a chance to settle in to their routine, and then we came to visit them for a week. But it was great renting the house with the Littles and their mom and dad, and there was a pool, so the Littles went from being afraid of the water to having a blast. They had swimsuits that had floats built in, plus there was 2 noodle floats there, so they were using those like crazy. And in fact, the little man probably is about ready to swim. He was doing really well. He was a little bit heavy for the floats that were around his waist, so the noodle really helped him. But there were a few times where he wasn't even using the noodle, and he was splashing and swimming to us. So we had a great time. Yeah, it was warm, very hot, but it was great. Let's see, what else? That was about all I've done the last 2 weeks. So I do have the stitching that I did before we left, and I did take one project with me on the week that we were gone, and I started it on our anniversary, which we have now been married 38 years. I just cannot believe it, 38 years. So our anniversary was in that time we were in Texas. So the new start represents our wedding anniversary, because I started it on our anniversary. And it also represents us going to Texas. So that piece is going to be very special whenever I get it finished. So that's all the exciting news I have for you this week. So shall we get on with the stitching? I think so. I'm going to go ahead and head off with my new start. Linda said I needed to start it. So Linda, I started it. So this is the Ex Machina by Chris Ortega, charted by Heaven and Earth Design. I am stitching her on 25 count, 1/1, easy guide with the called for floss. So I worked on this on the anniversary. I got 500 stitches done on the anniversary, and then I didn't stitch on it again. It was easier that day because the kids took the Littles out, and they spent pretty much the whole day exploring Texas. They went to a kids park. They went to Dave & Buster's. They had a really great time, and I was so happy that they had such a great time. And the Hubs and I had a quiet time at the house. So when I got back to Fairbanks, I have started working on it again. So I had 500 stitches when we left Texas, and now I think I have over 800. So yeah, this is where I'm at. So yay! And since I am on the full coverages, I'll go ahead and show you what I got accomplished on Gamer by, this is Gamer Nouveau by Medusa Doll Maker, charted by Gecko Rouge. I am using the called for floss and kit fabric, which is 25 count, 1/1. And I got some more done on that page. So yeah, I had thought about taking this with me, and then I changed my mind and went ahead and did that new start. So that was nice. So those are my 2 full coverage projects that I worked on. And then the rest of it is coming. Oh, goodness. Okay, so this is part of the Sampler September, and it was CW Samplers. So Teresa Koget, Scylla Witches, Quaker, sorry. And I'm using the called for floss, which was just 2 colors. There's a black and a green, and I'm using Fiber on a Whim 36 count pumpkin. And let's see, I finished up the witch and started blocking in some more of the motifs there. Oh, I didn't finish up the witch. I still have to put the legs in. But yeah, that's where we're at on this one. And you won't see this one again until Halloween, because it's on my Halloween spinning. I have to admit, the spinning of the wheel didn't really work out that well for Sampler September, especially with me leaving for a week. So yeah, I worked on 1 dozen Quaker, which is Bake Me a Quaker Sal with the Sunshine Stitchers. It is by Rosewood Manor. And I am not doing the 1/1 motifs. I've decided against that completely. So this is, I believe, Atomic Ranch. Let me look here. Atomic Ranch Dune 32 count. And I did finish the numbers and then that small motif right here. So what's left is October and November, which is 1 big motif right here. So, and I think there's maybe a couple more numbers, but I'm not sure. But I'm hoping to work on this in October and get this completed completely. I don't want to have to work on it in December. So we shall see. We shall see. And then my spin brought up Death by Cross Stitch, which is a long dog sampler. I am stitching this on 32 count bisque by Lakeside Linens. And this one, if you haven't been with me for a while, I UFO'd, and then I think a year ago I took it to Hawaii and spent a month working on it and fell back into love with it. So yeah, I am just working away here. Okay, so I think I finished the Griffin, and then I moved and started working on this section over here. So I added that. I know I added that. This was already there. So I've just been working on these sections here. So I am, let me show you on the chart here. Let's see. So I am right, so everything from here, I think, up is done. I don't think this is, though. So I'm going to be basically working on that. And my goal was to finish this project this year, but that's not going to happen. I still like it. I still like working on it, but after doing that for over a month, I'm kind of burnt a little bit. So that's why this one hasn't been getting as much love as it should. Shoot, I just got the zipper stuck in it. Okay. Sorry. trying to get this all together here. Let's stick this back over here. Okay. Then I pulled Red Christmas by Jardin Privé. In which I am using different reds than what's called for. And I am stitching this on. Where did the little tag go? Uh-oh. I have lost the tag. Yes, I have. I have lost the tag. So, oh, there it is. I'm sorry. It is 36 count Edinburgh linen by Extrude Designs in the Dirty Clothes. So this was part of my 3-month club. And I didn't work a lot on it, but I did work some more on the border. And I'll tell you the colors I am using in case you're curious. I am using Victoria Motto Shop Red Rose as the border colors. The green will be Victoria Motto Garden Greens. And then the inside red is Silks for You PR023. And of course, since this is 36 count, I am using 1/2. So I should have plenty of floss to do this. So the words are going to be green. There's a tree in here that I may do green with. I'm not quite sure yet. It all just depends on how it all looks like and how it's flowing for me. So the last thing I worked on since we spoke is Flowers of Quaker by Rosewood Manor. This is on 28 count sand cashel linen by Picture This Plus. And I am using the called for Valdani. And I worked on this flower up here. So yeah, I like the Valdani. I did have to go up to the size 24 needle because it is 3-stranded, but I do like it. I think it looks really nice, and it is slightly variegated. It's kind of hard to see, and the reds are really close. So you might want to keep that in mind if you do this one, that the reds and the Valdani are very close. So let me show you. Here. I went ahead and took them off the spool just so it'd be easier to manage them. So hope you guys can see that these are actually 2 different reds, but they're so similar that it's kind of hard to tell. But that's what we got here. Okay, so that's everything I stitched on while I've been gone. Plans. I am not going to spin again. Tomorrow is Thursday, so today I'm going to go ahead and keep working on Ex Machina. I'm enjoying that. I'd like to get at least to 1% done before I put that away. So probably will finish out some of that tonight. Then I will spin for the rest of September to see what comes up. Yeah, and of course I'll work on Gamer on the weekend. So I'm looking around. I really don't have anything else to talk to you guys about. I believe that there is one more Monday in September. Let me look. Let's see if my watch will tell me. Let's see. Week. So it looks like Saturdays. Yeah. There's one more Monday in September, so I won't talk to you guys about my October plans until we hit Monday, which of course will be Halloween. Halloween. But I'm going to pull all my Halloween pieces this weekend so that I at least have them ready to show you what I'm hoping to work on for the month of October. And I'll probably do a couple of new starts because who doesn't love new Halloween starts? I love Halloween starts, so I'm definitely going to be doing that. And of course, November is new November. Whatever I started this year, I will work on in November. So, and December will be Christmas, and of course, a full coverage. So those are the plans for right now. I am not traveling again for a while, so this last month has been crazy with travel. It's the first time we've ever really done this much travel in a year. I've actually made it to MVP Gold. I've never been MVP Gold on Alaska Airlines, but I am now. So it's kind of crazy. But yeah, when you live in Alaska, it takes a long flights. To get to Texas, it's 3.5 hours to Seattle, and another 3.5 hours to Texas. When we go to Hawaii, it depends on which route we go. From here to Anchorage is 45 minutes. And then except for this next time, we're taking smaller planes. So from here to Anchorage is an hour. And then from Anchorage to Honolulu is like 4 or 5 hours. If we're going to Kona, it's another hour. So it's like 6 hours, but we're not going to Kona. We're going to Honolulu. And then coming back, we're going through Seattle. So that's like 4 hours to Seattle and then 3.5 hours back. So flying is a lot. And it takes a lot out of you, let me tell you. Anything else? I don't think so. So I hope that you guys stuck with me. Thank you so much for coming back and checking me out. If you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for coming in and checking me out. I hope that you have found something that you like. I hope that you are all staying safe, healthy, and happy. And hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.